All right, thanks, Alan. We are live at the Sun Dome. We're in less than an hour from now. The Yakima Sun Kings will tip off Game 1 of the NAPB Finals against the Albany Patroons. Now, I was here sitting in that section right behind me along with my dad and my brother back in 1995 when the Sun Kings won their first CBA championship. And the assistant coach of that team is the current Sun Kings head coach, Paul Wolpert. Coach, time flies, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It doesn't seem that was 23 years ago, but we've had some success since then, and now since we haven't been playing here for 10 years, it's great to be back, and in our first year to be playing for another championship, it's very exciting.
All right, absolutely. And with this game tonight, you're probably not expecting just a tough game, but a tough series with this Albany team.
Oh, no question. They we're the two best teams in this league. We battled with them 4 times this season, split the series. They have a number of ex-NBA players, and they're a very talented team.
All right, there you have it. So it should be a great game and a great series. So come on down to the Sun Dome tonight for some great action. Alan?
You're just looking right into that camera, aren't you? Welcome back. As we go into the last days of August, that means Labor Day weekend is next weekend. That also means it's almost time for the Ellensburg Rodeo. The Ellensburg Rodeo, part of the Kittitas County Fair, one of the biggest rodeos of the year, featuring performers from not just all over the country, but throughout the world. Welcome back. For the first time in school history, the Washington Huskies baseball team is going to Omaha. Now, the College World Series starts this Saturday. The Huskies will play their opening game against Mississippi State. It'll either be on Saturday or Sunday. The Seattle Mariners back home after a brief but successful road trip. The Mariners took advantage of 3 home runs on Sunday. This solo shot by Nelson Cruz in the second gave Seattle a 1-0 lead. Then in the top of the 6th inning, M's down 3-1 until Mike Zanino sends this one over the left field wall to tie the game up at 3. And then Kyle Seager puts Seattle back on top with this 2-run blast to right in the 7th. Mariners go on to win 5-4 and take 3 of 4 from the Rays. Overall, it was a 4-2 road trip, and tonight the Mariners open a 3-game series at Safeco against the Angels. A pair of local Big 9 rivals going at it in Yakima this evening. Davis off to a great start while West Valley has struggled. The Davis Pirates hosting the West Valley Rams at the Pirate Ship tonight. Rams look for the upset. Davis has other ideas. Alexander Delgado dribbles underneath the basket, nails the hook shot for 2. Then West Valley's down. Clough pulls up, hits the tray to tie the game for the Rams, and West Valley strikes again. This time Clough to Spencer Bailey, who makes the bucket, but Davis answers. Delgado passes it down the lane to Ivory Evans-Kimball, puts it in for 2. Pirates go on to beat the Rams by double digits. Now, after going nearly 40 years without a Triple Crown winner in horse racing, there's now been 2 in the last 3 years. This weekend, Justify won the Belmont Stakes to become just the 13th horse in 99 years to win horse racing's prestigious Triple Crown. American Pharoah was the last horse to win the Triple Crown back in 2015. And we'll stay with baseball for a moment as the Yakima Valley Pippins and the Walla Walla Sweets are both at home tonight to open their respective homestands. The Pippins open a 3-game series with the Bend Elks at County Stadium. They enter tonight with a 3-3 record and just a game out of first place in the North. Tonight's game set to start in just a few minutes, as with the Sweets, who open their 8-game homestand tonight as they play the first of 3 with the Corvallis Knights. Walla Walla comes into tonight with a record of 2-4, but it is early in the season and they're only 2 games back in the South. The Ellensburg Rodeo kicks off this Friday night, but Thursday night can be considered the opening ceremonies. First, the Ellensburg Rodeo's Rockin' the Arena, a concert featuring Ned Ledoux, son of the late Chris Ledoux, and Zach Hinson. And then there's the Ellensburg Rodeo Hall of Fame Banquet. The Ellensburg Rodeo Hall of Fame Banquet and Auction acts as sort of the opening to the rodeo weekend. In recent years, auctions have served as a fundraiser to finding a permanent home for the Hall of Fame, and this year it's Hides of Fame. Joel Smith is looking forward to another great weekend at the rodeo and another great auction.
Hides of Fame, we handed out to 24 artists, and we had 24 sponsors for each artist that came through for us to produce some of the most exciting art we've seen. This is one of my favorite days of the year.
Currently, the Hall of Fame has a temporary home at the Clymer Museum in downtown Ellensburg. They've rented a room upstairs with a revolving display of rodeo history and the Hall of Fame. It started in July and will run through mid-September. But the long-term goal is to raise money for a permanent home for the Ellensburg Rodeo Hall of Fame, and Hides of Fame is a great fundraising tool.
We have had so many giving artists that spend hours and hours doing this work, and then we auction it off, and we are looking to raise money to have this museum to celebrate the Ellensburg Rodeo since 1923.
Past auctions have raised tens of thousands of dollars toward the Hall of Fame, and this year should be no different. With a permanent home for the Hall of Fame, Ellensburg will further establish itself as Rodeo City.
Yeah, and the event Thursday night at the CWU Student Union Ballroom, or as a Central alums affectionately referred to as the Cirque. East Valley Red Devils and the Grandview Greyhounds look to get back on track after losing last week. Homecoming night at East Valley, and the Red Devils mean business. Third quarter we go. EV up 20-7. Alex Hampton's pass batted down by Grandview's Reese Ramos. Later in the drive, Hampton goes deep, hits Drew Davis, good for a Red Devils first down. But then on fourth down, Hampton goes deep again, but this time overthrows his receiver, and East Valley turns it over on downs. Grandview on offense now. Rocco Parrish, pass to Ramos. He gets a good gain, puts the Hounds in the red zone, but Grandview turns it over on downs to start the fourth quarter, and East Valley goes on to win. On to football. If it wasn't a must-win situation for the Seattle Seahawks before, it most certainly is the case now. It hasn't been a good week for the Seahawks, coming off an embarrassing 42-7 loss at home to the Rams last Sunday, and yesterday being slapped with a $100,000 fine for violating the NFL's concussion protocol in the Arizona game last month, when Russell Wilson spent maybe 3 seconds in the medical tent. Now, on the injury report, KJ Wright cleared concussion protocol this week and will play in Sunday's game. The Hawks currently a 5-point underdog against the Cowboys, and Sunday's game scheduled to kick off at 1:25. Royals won the last 2 state 1A championships. Ellensburg's been to the state 2A semis in 3 of the last 4 years, and last year Eberg's only regular season loss was to Royal. Bulldogs looking for some payback as they host the Knights this evening, but on Royal's first play from scrimmage, play action fake, pass complete to Angel Farias, and he takes it 74 yards to the house. Touchdown Knights, they have an early 7-0 lead. Royal's next possession, they go for it on fourth down. Ellensburg's Brandon Melligard gets the sack, stops the Knights' threat. Second quarter, Royal again going for it on fourth, and again Melligard with the sack. But the Bulldogs offense cannot get it going. Knights win big.
Hey, what a great time of year. Now, I know you cover Ellensburg a lot. Did that surprise you a little bit? They got spanked.
Well, yeah, plus they were picked to be one of the top teams in the CWAC this year. But then again, Royal, they've won the last 2 state 1A titles, and they don't play like a 1A.
That is a heck of a program. Great first Friday night. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yep. It was a great comeback by Sewa, too, to come back from 34-6 down to win by 2 touchdowns.
That's how you get it started. Hey.
And in other sports news, Serena Williams returned to the court for the first time since having her baby, winning her first match at the French Open. And that's it for sports tonight.